When you look at pictures of my childhood, there was race cars in the background. Being that we didn't have a whole lot of money, sometimes we'd sit outside of Dodge County Fairgrounds and I'd sit on top of the car and just get that little view of the race cars going around. Some of the greatest memories I can remember as a kid. My uncles and my dad were a significant influence on my life and my racing. My Uncle Jim, my Uncle Jeff, my cousin Jimmy, my dad, and my Uncle Eugene, along with Wayne Bucks, all raced down at Columbus. They were all out of Mazomanie, and they were called the Mazo Madness Crew. I grew up just idolizing those guys, heroes that I'll be happy to hold with me for the rest of my life. Fast forward to probably 15, 16 years old, just started running around and getting a little bit of trouble and drinking. And my dad saw that. I was on not a positive path of what he thought his son should be on. So we got a hold of Wayne Bucks. He happened to have almost a brand new race car sitting in the back of his field. He wanted $1,200 for it, and we didn't have any money. I mean, I was 17 going on 18, just didn't have any money, and my dad helped me out and we scraped up enough money to buy that. But then we didn't have a trailer to get it home. So my dad forked over the money for the trailer from Wayne. Wayne also had a trailer. And that was the beginning, and I absolutely didn't have any place to go with it. I didn't even have a garage to go with it, One of my all-time best friends, James Helmer, that he's now passed away, he said, bring it on over, let's put it in the garage, let's work on it. Saving every dime I could and buying and reselling cars and building stuff as much as I could. Wayne Bucks, Bimbo we call him. Wayne was telling me how to set up a car was you put a socket on a jack and jack up the rear end, and if the right side wheel's up 4 inches and while the left side wheel's still touching the ground, she was a fast unit. So I mean, I had no clue. We had no clue. Well, we built a stock motor for it, and I thought, nobody's ever seen me drive. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna light out, and I got there and I was like getting lapped every 2 laps. Some of the most enjoyable times of racing was with Bimbo. Lightning, Dave Hatton, who I really looked up to. We were shop neighbors for many years, and just a guy that, maybe didn't win a ton of races in his later career, but just always had that fire for racing and still does. My absolute best friend in my adult life has been Don Yahurka. I often say I don't know why I'm friends with him, because he picks on me a lot. It's all fun. We all enjoy each other's company. I've raced Rockford, Jefferson and Columbus, Beaver Dam, Seymour, Madison, 4 cylinders, Bandits to Internationals to 6 cylinders, late model, modified, street stock, sportsman's. Anything I could pretty much fit into, I raced. And now I'm racing a unified street stock at Beaver Dam Raceway. February 20th of 2020, I woke up with severe chest pains. I was having a heart attack at 41 years old. Something that I never thought I would be going through or saying. They rushed me down to Madison. I had a stent put in, and they just said you need to do some life changes. I ran her wide open. I always joked around that Millers, Monsters, and Marlboros were going to be the death of me. And at 41, they almost were. It almost put me into a depression. How can this be happening to me? I'm 41 years old. I have a stent put in. They're telling me I have heart disease. Those words coming out of a doctor's mouth is like almost like a death sentence. I've made a lot of changes. I have a great life. I have a great job. I have a great wife. I race cars. I'm not broke. And I hope to live till I'm 80, at least. The racing world has slowly changed since I started racing. Some say for the better, some say for the worse. I'm in between. I kind of feel I grew up in the wrong era of racing because that going to the junkyard and getting a motor and throwing a cam in it and going racing. I've never considered myself a great race car driver. I'm kind of rough around the edges. It's either all gas or all brake. I'm not very smooth. I think I've gotten very lucky throughout my career to have some of these achievements. One of the biggest races that I've ever won was the Summer Rumble. That was the battle between Jefferson and Columbus. Our first championship at Jefferson, that was Gary Stark and I, as a team, we clicked. It was a great partnership. We won 6 features at Jefferson, 2 features at Columbus, and 1 on the Ring of Fire. There's so many throughout these years that, firsts and achievements, waking up and just being active all Saturday, getting ready, doing everything, and it just makes me feel good. All my life, racing inspired me. That's why I got up to go to work every day. I'd work on a race car every single night of the week. I'd do anything to go racing anywhere I could. Nowadays, what inspires me is having a great life with my wife and her children, which are now my stepchildren, and my dogs. It's what makes me get up and go in the morning now. It's what I can't wait to get home and see my wife and the kids and my dogs, and this is what inspires me now. When I met Becky, she had never been to a race in her life, and she didn't know if she wanted to be at a racetrack every week. I mean, she likes to camp, she likes to see bands, she likes to go kayaking. So we discussed a lot of how we were going to make this work if we were going to have a future together. And one of the agreements we came to was racing Beaver Dam. She enjoys going out. She supports me. She's my crew guy at home when I need someone to pump the brakes, to bleed them out. She cleans my shop. As soon as I get done working on a project, she sweeps it up. Probably a little bit too soon, but we definitely found a balance together, and it actually makes our relationship stronger. I just had to, think about somebody else other than me at this point. I have pretty much accomplished everything that I set for myself, from championships to 2-day wins to winning on the dirt. I've won on the ice. I want to get one more feature win. Show my wife and her daughters, which support me through and through, that I can get that last feature win. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen rich people go broke, and I've seen broke people stay in this sport as long as they could. Just do the best you can with what you have, and nobody can ask any more out of you.